Welcome, everybody, to the 86th edition of Master Mike's Wrestling Paradise. It's your host, Master Mike Ambrose, and a lot of stuff happening in wrestling over the weekend, this coming weekend, Memorial Day weekend, so started off. We got Night of Champions coming up, and a pretty stacked show. They say it's a triple main event, because it features AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight title, which, by the way, if you watch on TV, they're continuing with I've heard, they're continuing with the lineage of the previous world title that was retired many years ago. So that's going to have the same lineage of the same people that held it, like Rey Mysterio held it, stuff. Triple H. It was the title that Triple H got back in 2002 when Eric Bischoff handed it, did that angle years ago. So it's going to have all those people. I also got another main event. One of the main events, got Cody, Rhodes, and Brock Lesnar. You saw on Raw this past week. Actually, speaking of Triple H, he came involved. They did an angle where Brock was like trying to break Cody's arm. Seems like he does in storyline. So they had, at the end of the show, Triple H came out. In the locker room, confronted Cody, said, "You really want to do this?" And then Cody's like, "Yeah, I'm going to do it." Cody was pretty much saying, "I'm going to fight. I'm going to do it." So he's going to wrestle Brock Lesnar. Should be a great match. They had a good match on the last pay-per-view. So, like a match. Also got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn against Roman Reigns and Sol Sikoa for the undisputed tag team titles. Obviously Roman saw the whole thing with the bloodline, which got friction with the Usos. They say, no, Roman and Sol are going to try to win. So if Roman's going to try to be like win another title, he'd have 4 belts. If that would be like ridiculous, all those titles if he does. I don't know. That should be interesting. Another match been heavily pushed is Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus. If you watch the week, we had the contract signed where they were going back and forth. You had Trish saying this stuff. I was it before you got, here, and you needed to get you got your head, you got blessed bloody nose. That's why you're big, talking about when Becky was hot, she had that incident. So, but Becky obviously was part before that, but obviously Becky was part before she got hit that broken nose angle. So. And then Becky goes to go back to Trish. I don't need to bark like a dog, stuff like that. You went to old nursing rhyme, like a rhyme about it. You could go online and check it out. It was pretty entertaining. That was a good segment. And it looks like that. I think that feud will go on with SummerSlam because that was originally the first match I thought was going to go to SummerSlam. But now it looks like it's going to be like a series of matches. I don't know. There might be a match at Money in the Bank or some other pay-per-view. I don't know because unless they just do this and then they continue the feud, they tease it like. So that happens in the next few months. Because you got like 2.5 months till SummerSlam from now. And it's the first week of August. So we'll see how that goes. And now, next day, this was on Saturday. Night of Champions on Saturday. On Sunday is NXT Battleground from my home state. Lowell, Massachusetts. I'm not near Lowell. I'm on the further down south. So I'm not near there. So we got Carmelo Hayes. The main event's Carmelo Hayes for Bron Breakker for the NXT Championship for rematch. Nice to see Carmelo Hayes get featured in that segment doing publicity in the hometown area. So you see a lot of local celebrities from 98.5 on there. James Stewart, who's a big wrestling fan. You follow him on Twitter. I am James Stewart. He's a great talent guy, and I see him have continued success. I've corresponded with him on Twitter. He's a good guy. They also showed voice of the Celtics, Sean Grande. He provided the voiceover for the end of the preview of the Battleground. He thought it was a tremendous job done. And it appears from local Boston celebrities. If you watch it, they got a lot of Boston stuff involved, which is good to see. Also, Kowloon Restaurant. You'll see a restaurant in Kowloon. It's very famous with wrestlers that have gone there over the years. And I've been there myself. It's like the best Chinese restaurant I've ever been to, and probably one of the best restaurants I've ever been to in my life. I could someday do a list of best restaurants. It's high up there, for sure. Anyway, we also got the finals of the NXT Women's title. Tiffany Stratton versus Lyra Valkyria. I'm going with Tiffany Stratton. She, by far and away, is the best they got right there. If I notice all the women in the Final Four, no disrespect, but by leaps and bounds, Tiffany had the most star power. She came across like a star by all of them. And Lyra is a good wrestler, and she'll do good, but I think Tiffany Stratton will win this match and become the new NXT Women's Champion. We also have another great match, could seal the show. Dijak versus Ilya Dragunov. It's going to be a fight. If you watch a lot of it, these guys are going after, they brutalize each other. Even at the end of the show last night, they showed it. So I think those two will have a hell of a match. Another great match, Dragon Lee versus Noam Dar for the Heritage Cup. And, And it's really a great match. They do like a round system because it's from Europe. Now they do it over UK and Europe. They do rounds. The rounds are like 3 6-minute rounds, and so they do that. So that should be fun. I hope Dragon League wins that one. Well, right now we're going to talk to the basket and NBA playoffs. We got the Celtics versus the Heat tonight. Celtics came away with a victory on Tuesday night, where they won and they stayed alive. Now they're down 3-1, and now they're back home in Boston, trying to force a Game 6 back in Miami. I will say this: if the Celtics lose, I'd rather see them lose down in Miami, because what happened the last time with the Bruins and losing to Florida at home, I don't want to see another home loss. I'd rather them lose at number 6. I'd rather see them that instead of going to Game 7 and lose, or tonight in Game 5. I'd rather see them lose in Miami. So that's all I get to say about that. Oh, and then another one. Speaking of the Bruins and the Panthers, they were up 3-1. They lost to the Panthers that first round. Well, the Panthers are going to the Stanley Cup. And it looks like tonight they could be playing Vegas, who hurt their coach as former Bruins host Bruce Cassidy. So, it's going to be interesting series who Boston fans root for. I might put a poll up. Who would you root for, Vegas or Florida in the Stanley Cup? And that's that. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. I got it's NHL on. We'll just see what else we got. I'm just putting the remote, see what else is on TV right now. Showing the old Atlanta Falcons game. So we've got the final season of Succession coming. No, the final episode of Succession, by the way, which I liked over the years, is going to be coming on in Sunday night. Actually goes ahead with its Battleground, the final episode of Succession. Speaking of Succession, they got on it right now. It's on HBO. And, yeah, that's that. So, yep, that's it for now. I'm going to do an episode in the future. My next episode might be, because since WWE's doing really good business so far, I'm going to do a show like what caused the turnaround in WWE over the last couple of years, because there's a couple of points, I think, in the last 2 years why I think WWE's become bigger than better than what they are, and obviously they're the number one by far, but the last one they've really become really successful. They've gotten hot product and do it better than they've been business wise. I got a couple points I'm going to put out to that show that I think some of the key reasons why WWE has pulled ahead, and it should be interesting to just do. Okay, that's all. I'll be doing that show probably on the weekend, or maybe on because it's more than a weekend. So, like I said, I got tomorrow and then the weekend, all good wrestling coming up. So, sorry, I will be doing another show eventually, and it'll have to do with that same subject, talking about why WWE is pulled ahead so far. They've done well in the business, because I think, like I said, there's reasons why I think they're pulling ahead as further than what they are. So, we'll talk that. Take care. Okay, have a good night. Take care. Bye-bye.